Story time. The night he slept outside his own house, holding a small bag, everyone finally understood what love had done to him. No thief chased him out. No fire. No war. Just love. We watched him survive hunger, poverty, and years of struggle, but love was what finally broke him. This is not a story about a bad man. It is about a good man who loved the wrong person. If you are just encountering this channel for the first time, please subscribe and give a thumbs up. Tell us where you are watching from in the comments and what time it is right now in your country. Trust me, you don't want to miss what happened in this story. We are from Aketu village, close to the red road and the old mango trees. The kind of place where everyone knows the sound of your footsteps. Where a child's name is chosen by the whole family. Where shame and joy move faster than news. The man this story is about was named Bamidele. But we all called him Bami. Bami was born during heavy rain. His mother labored for 2 days. The roof of their room leaked so badly that neighbors stood around with bowls to catch water. When he finally cried, the rain stopped. People said, "This boy has already fought life." His father was a bicycle repairer. His hands were always black with grease. His mother sold roasted corn by the roadside. They were not poor in spirit, but they had nothing in their pockets. Bami grew up slim and quiet. He did not cry much. Even as a child, he watched more than he spoke. When others played, he helped his mother carry corn. When his father fixed tires, Bami held the torch at night. We saw him grow. School was hard for him. Sometimes he went barefoot. Sometimes he sat at the back because his uniform was torn. Many days, he slept in class from hunger. But he never fought anyone. He never stole. When his father fell sick, everything broke apart. The bicycle shop closed. Hospital bills came. His mother cried in silence. Bami stopped school after junior secondary. He became a bus conductor. Then a cleaner in the city. He slept on shop floors. He washed plates for food. Once, he worked 3 days without pay and still said thank you. Many boys from Aketu returned with anger. Bami returned with tired eyes. No magic happened. Just time, work, and patience. Bami learned phone repairs. Then solar panels. He saved every coin. He failed many times. Once, armed robbers took his tools. He came back home, sat under the mango tree, and did not speak for hours. But he did not stop. By the time he was 35, he owned a small shop. Then 2. Then a warehouse. He brought light to houses with no power. He hired boys from the village. That was when people started calling him chairman. We all knew his heart. He paid school fees quietly. He fixed roofs after storms. During funerals, his car was always there. He never talked big. He knelt to greet elders. He ate from the same plate as others. People said, God has remembered Bami. But there was something he did not have. A wife. Her name was Aisha. She was beautiful in a simple way. Soft voice. Calm eyes. She did not come from Aketu. She came from the city. She said she sold clothes online. When Bami brought her home, we saw how he looked at her. Like a man seeing rain after drought. He trusted her fast. Too fast. He built her a house before marriage. He gave her business money. He defended her when elders warned him to slow down. We saw changes. She stopped greeting people. She insulted workers. She laughed when they complained. She told him the village people were jealous. He listened. We were there when it ended. Aisha left without warning. She cleared the joint account. Sold goods. Took documents. Took his car. Worse than that, she told lies. She said Bami was violent. She said he was dirty. She said he used her. We knew the truth, but damage had spread. Contracts stopped. Friends disappeared. Workers left. For weeks, Bami did not open his shop. Then one night, he came back to the village with one bag. That was the night we saw him sleep outside his own house. He changed. Not angry. Just empty. He stopped attending gatherings. He lost weight. Sometimes he forgot to eat. He sat alone for hours. We feared for him. But one morning, he stood up. No speech. No drama. He started again. Small jobs. Old contacts. New city. No woman. No stories. It took years. But slowly, his name returned. New business. Clean records. He never spoke about Sod again. When people asked, he just said, I learned. Bami still lives quietly. He helps more carefully. Loves slower. Trust less. But his heart did not die. We know because he still pays school fees. Still repairs roofs. Still greets everyone. Some wounds heal by closing, not by forgetting. And some men survive not because love saved them, but because they chose not to let love destroy them. That is the story of Bamidele. We watched him break. We watched him stand. And we will never forget. For a long time, Aketu felt strange. Not because of noise, but because of quiet. Bami used to be the man you could count on. If rain fell too hard, you knew he would call. If a boy failed an exam, he would ask why. If an elder fell sick, his car would arrive before dawn. After Aisha left, that stopped. We saw him pass people without lifting his head. Children who once ran to him started whispering instead. Some thought he was proud. Others said he was finished. We knew better. He was healing the only way he knew how, by keeping everything inside. What we didn't see before. Later, we started noticing small things. He woke up early again. He swept his compound himself. He fixed his own fence. He stopped wearing expensive clothes. He sold the big house and moved into a smaller one. Not out of poverty, but choice. A young man once asked him why. Bami said, big things attract heavy storms. That was all. The truth comes out. Months later, the truth about Aisha came slowly. Another man in the city accused her of the same thing. Then another. Stories matched. Names were different, but the pattern was the same. Money. Lies. Disappearing. People felt shame. Not because we blamed her, but because we didn't protect him better. Some elders went to apologize. He knelt before them instead. He said, "Life teaches everyone in their own way." The clearest proof that Bami survived came from the boys. The same boys he once hired when they were hungry and angry. They returned. One brought clients. One brought contracts. One brought skills he learned elsewhere. They said, "You helped us when we were nothing. Let us help you now." That was when we knew his goodness had not been wasted. Many women tried later. Widows. Businesswomen. Relatives' daughters. He was respectful, but distant. Once, an aunt pressed him too hard. She said, "Are you afraid?" He smiled. A soft smile. He said, "No. I just know what pain costs." He never said he would not love again. He just chose not to rush. Aketu learned something hard through him. That generosity without boundaries can ruin a good heart. That love without patience can blind a wise man. That healing does not always look loud. Sometimes, bouncing back looks like waking up. Like sweeping your floor. Like choosing peace over explanation. Last year, during a festival, someone asked Bami in public, "If you could go back, would you still love her?" The crowd went quiet. Bami looked around. At the people. At the ground that raised him. At the sky that tested him. He said, "Yes. Because I would not be the man standing here if I didn't fall there." Then he walked away. We tell it because it is real. Because good men also break. Because kind people also choose wrong. Because survival does not always come with revenge. Sometimes, survival comes with calm. And in Aketu village, under the mango trees, there lives a man who was shattered. And still chose to stand. We thought the story had ended. Most stories in Aketu do not go past pain. People break, they either turn bitter or disappear. When Bami survived, we believed that was the end of it. We were wrong. Time had more plans. Bami stopped sleeping in the village. Not because he hated the place, but because memories live in corners. He rented a small room near the express road. No signboard. No workers. Just him and his tools. People who met him there did not know his past. They paid, thanked him, and left. We realized something important then. He was not running from shame. He was learning who he was without applause. One night, during a power outage, he came back to Aketu unexpectedly. He sat outside with the elders. No fan. No generator. Just darkness and crickets. Someone mentioned sword by mistake. The silence was heavy. We expected anger. Instead, he said quietly, "I stayed too long where I was shrinking." That was the first time he ever named it. And we understood. The child nobody noticed. There was a girl in the village. Orphaned early. Lived with an aunt who barely tolerated her. Quiet, thin, always helping, never complaining. Her name was Zainab. Bami noticed her because she reminded him of himself. Not in words. In her she carried suffering like it was normal. He paid her school fees without telling anyone. Sent books through the headmaster. She never knew who helped her. Years later, when she won a scholarship, she came looking. When she knelt and cried, he turned his face away. He said, "Stand up. Life will still test you." Life did test him again. This time through his body. One morning, Bami collapsed at his workshop. No drama. No warning. At the hospital, the doctor spoke of stress, long nights, untreated pain. They said he had survived on silence for too long. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let me know the country you are watching from and your local time. It's so good to see you are enjoying this amazing story. He stayed admitted for weeks. That was when the whole village came out. Men. Women. Boys he trained. Girls he paid for. The room overflowed. He finally saw his impact. And for the first time in years, he cried. This is the part people argue about. Some say love returned. Others say peace did. There was a woman named Monarchy. A widow. Older. Calm. No interest in his money. She sold pepper and spoke directly. She visited him because he once fixed her roof for free. She did not rush him. Did not ask questions. Did not try to be special. She just showed up. If he talked, she listened. If he didn't, she stayed anyway. Nothing dramatic happened. And that's why it worked. Bami married late. Simple ceremony. No crowd. No noise. He did not become softer. He became clearer. He taught the boys one thing before stepping back from business. Help people, but don't abandon yourself while doing it. That sentence sits heavy in our hearts. Because we watched what happens when someone does. Today, Bami does not chase legacy. But he has one. In the lighted houses. In the children who graduated. In the men who learned patience. In the woman who chose quiet love. And in the lesson we pass down. That sometimes, the strongest comeback is not success. But peace.